Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm outside Hull Station to ride Hull trains for the very first time. Let's go and get on our train. Just come onto the platforms because my train's about half an hour, hasn't been assigned a platform yet. It's a 12:33 to London King's Cross, operated by Hull Trains. So I'm just going to use these trains as a backdrop yet. So Hull Trains, never ridden it before, don't really know what to expect. I believe it's a bit of a different operator to other train operating companies like Northern, TransPennine Express. But yeah, I'll cut to when the train arrives. So I'm boarding the train, first class down there, classic first class, toilet there, and just continue going down. The train will be quite busy. Sorry. And first class continues. So the front 1.5 coaches are first class, and then it becomes standard class, which is what I'm in today. There's also a cycle or luggage rack there and another toilet. Anyway, I'm in coach C, so let's go to my seat. And we are leaving Hull. So in terms of seat facilities, the table, cup holder, it's always good to see. There are also power sockets underneath the seats. And like on most long distance trains where you have to book a certain seat, it does tell you whether your seat is available, when it will not be available to, and whether it's not available now. They're also allocated priority seats. The seats are also quite comfortable, with very nice special Hull Trains livery. There are also bins at the end of each coach, and I also just heard there are toilets at the end of each coach. So there's 5 toilets on this train. And to round facilities off, there is also a trolley service, which I think you have to pay for. I'm sure first class will have it included. But yeah, that's it for facilities. Now I'll cut to me explaining a bit more about Hull Trains. So what is special about Hull Trains? Well, they're an open access operator, one of 3 in the UK. There's also Grand Central and Lumo, and that basically means that they don't own the tracks or the route. They just buy, so to speak, the route, and they're not subject to franchising, although none of our train services are franchised in the UK. So why was Hull Trains created in the first place? Well, it is quite a relatively new train service to the UK, as are all of the open access operators. I think it came 1999, after the privatisation of British Rail, and there were not a lot of direct links from London to Hull. I don't think there are actually any, so that's why Hull Trains came into existence. So what services do Hull Trains actually run? Well, not a lot. Obviously the one I was on from London to Hull, which is roughly every 2 hours, and then an extension to Cottingham and Beverley twice a day on weekdays and once on the weekend. That's it actually. There was some proposed extensions in other routes over the years, some to Harrogate and Cleethorpes and Sheffield, which I don't think they're in the runnings anymore for an actual extension. But that is obviously the proposals that have been in the past. But for now, it's just London to Hull and Beverley. So Hull Trains' current fleet is 5 Class 802s Alexander William Wilberforce, which are made up of 5 coaches. I'm sure they might do extra double 10 car services. That's obviously of the Hitachi family, and it's a bi-mode multiple unit, which has a top speed of 125 miles an hour, although I didn't think it was actually that fast when I was travelling on it. In terms of their past fleet, there was actually plentiful. I mean, they had Class 86s, HSTs, Class 170s, 180s, 222s, so a lot. It was a big fleet back. Well, not a big fleet, but quite a diverse fleet, and now obviously just 5 of the same trains, Class 802s. To finish off, Hull Trains use Bounds Green Depot, which is down in London, to house their Class 802s. They also run by First Group, which is obviously a bus company and has lots of services up and down the country. And they are actually quite cheap. I mean, I think it was only £43, but quite expensive still. But if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, with LNER and Avanti going up that sort of way for an equidistant ticket, it's probably actually more expensive. So quite good. I can imagine that is why the Hull Train service I was on was so busy. I'll see you when I'm arriving back into King's Cross. And we are just leaving. Okay, that was a quick video on Hull Trains. Hope you enjoyed it, and always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.